Alrighty, let's see if we can get this figured out. Grab my notes as well. Okay. I don't want this to, what is going on? Oh, this old phone. I just want to be able to see my comments. I can't even see my screen though, so that's not going to work. Might have to retire this. Usually I use this for comments, but it's starting to not want to cooperate with me anymore. And it's fully charged. Now I just keep it plugged in for good measure. It's that old. Let's see if I can see myself being live. Usually I can. Today I cannot for some reason. There we go. All right. I want to be able to read comments. All right, that was kind of a slow, unimpressive start. Let's see if I can get the, there we go. No, we're good. I want to stay right here. Alrighty, there we go. I don't know why my phone is saying swipe up for next stream, but there we go. Oh, you made it. That's awesome. I'm having like technical difficulties while I'm on the live stream, which is always a lovely feeling, you know? It's the old phone. It's incredibly uncooperative. And I was just hoping that I could have a, you know, something in front of me where I could see that there was a comment or something to that effect. But yeah, because the angle of the iPad to the painting. Oh, all right. Well, that's okay. I'm just going to talk anyways. The angle of the iPad to the painting, it like puts it behind me. So anyways, I'm going to be setting out my palette as indicated in my notes that I took, because I am working with the contrast of warms and cools, but with transparency. So what that means is I need to grab my transparency, which I didn't think about this when I set this whole thing up. But my transparents are like behind this drawer. So I told you this was like a new setup for me. It's my temporary oil painting area. So, all right, I think maybe that'll work. So what I need to do is I need cool transparents for one side and warm transparents for the other. So normally I don't do this kind of painting, but today, oh no, actually, I'm sorry. I'm working in opaques. I've already done the transparent stage, unless I want more color on that. That was the other thing, was did I want more color? And, oh, and my reference photo. So I'm like a little bit trying to figure out how to set myself up here. So if you thought this was going to be a painting lesson, it's not. It's me changing up my world, and I was scared to do it. So I thought I would just come on and talk through my process, because otherwise I'm never going to actually get around to it, you know? All right, so I'm actually working with opaques, so I need opaques, but I might need some cool transparents apparently. So I've got some yellow, red, orange. I want to make sure I have red. I don't know what semi-opaque I think that means. So maybe I should stick with like actual. Some of these might need the pliers to get open. A bunch of these paints were donated to me by somebody who used to be an artist and then moved on. So yeah, I'm not like super talented at this. I'm just trying to figure out. So these are the warm opaques and these are the cool opaques. Oh, make it a mess. Yeah, I'm not a person you really want to learn from. I promise that. I promise you that. All right. No, I'm just trying to learn something new and I'm actually terrified. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of shaking a little bit right now. I don't know why it's causing me distress, but it is. And some of these, am I even going to be able to open them? So let's see, we've got a yellow, a green, and a blue. For a cool opaque, do I not have a cool red opaque? Apparently not. Really? Well, there's not, I don't have a warm red. Wouldn't that be like a red cat maybe? Well, I gotta go with what I have. I'm not even sure this guy has any red in him anyway, so. So I have 2 cool opaque yellows, but I have no cool opaque red. Well, that's a note I want to make as well. A little bit unprepared, I guess. I need some blues though. So in the warm opaque, is there a blue? I see a violet. I'm getting somewhere. I might just have to put on him like whatever colors come to me. Oh, there's some greens. Definitely need that. But what about blue? This blue is a transparent, so that's not going to work. For a warm opaque green, I've got this. And it says to arrange your palette from yellow, orange, green, blue, violet. Okay. Yellow, orange, red, green. That's a transparent. What am I doing? Oh, man. All right, so I have cool transparent on this side. This is a cool transparent. I have warm transparent on this side. All right. I can't really work with transparents anymore, though. So these are the colors that I have. Oh, here's a blue. That's a cool opaque. There's a warm opaque. All right, warms on this side. Warms come forward and cools recede. So I almost have the rainbow down here. That's awesome. What about up here? I do not. There's no cool opaque red in my pile. And that would be like a red that would, cool opaque red would recede. However, I don't think this guy has any in him. And I meant to print off the photo before I started. This is a big, huge jar of that. I'm worried I'm not gonna be able to get this one open. This is like gummed up with all kinds of crap. I don't know. And then I have my little plate here for my 6:1 medium, which, is like solvent to linseed oil, because the linseed oil helps to slow down the drying time. And then I've got my solvent right here. I don't think you can see it, unfortunately, because I only have so much room. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure of my setup. I'm just kind of trying to figure things out. And my husband can like go watch me while he's at work. So sometimes I will just live stream just for him. Oh, look at that. It's a little bowl for my medium that like fits right on the lid of it. That's kind of clever. I like that. Okay. So I'm lacking colors for this. I thought I kind of had the gamut. I'm confused. There's a purple right there. What's that? Oh no, it looks purple, but it's not purple. It's black. It just has a purple label. All right, so if I'm missing certain colors like purple here, I can mix purple. Here, I could mix purple if I had a red, but I apparently don't have a cool opaque red. Well, that's, I wonder what I could do about that. I guess I could just actually take a transparent, cool red, and at least I would have something, you know? It's not perfectly ideal, but here's a cool transparent red. So I still have like something that's red. And then the purple would just have to be like mixed for both the opaques. All right, I can see holes in my palette here. It's not good. All right. Well, I'm a work in progress, so we're gonna stay tuned to the work in progress. Oh, well, thank you. I don't know if it's it's actually still not at its full stage of painting. So now what I have to do is just like work in some feather work and some opaques. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just having a hard time developing my palette because I need certain colors. I need to write that down before I forget, because if I forget, then oh my god. We need a purple in both cool opaque and warm opaque. And then I need a red. How do I not have one red in a cool opaque? I know my husband is listening right now, so he'll be making a mental list of all the colors that he wants to buy. Yeah, I'll be excited for that. All right, so now I know which colors I need. But I'm going to keep this marker handy dandy, my handy dandy notebook. I'm going to be trying to set up my palette here in the way I'm supposed to, which goes yellow, orange, red, green, blue, purple, basically. And then like neutrals in the middle. And I can put out a good bit of paint because I have a palette box that will keep it wet for me. So that's what I'm going to do. And now I got to remember which side these are supposed to sit on. This sits on this side. I probably should just grab my pliers right out of the starting gate. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got it. I got it. I was like thinking, oh my gosh, can I do this without my husband here? Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, so my purple also in the cool opaque is not really going to be opaque because I have to mix it with a partially transparent color. But I can't, I don't know. It can't be helped. This is a practice piece. I'm going to do another subtraction painting. I'm hoping maybe even to start one tomorrow. So, and then I'm just going to have the underpainting so I can start to get more familiar with this technique because everything builds upon this technique. So as long as I can get this Rembrandt style technique down, I can kind of do any, oh wow, they're all going to be rough. This is my old school nutcracker. I probably didn't space those out far enough, so I'm going to like scooch this out some, maybe to like here. I have a glass palette here that is my best friend. Actually, I should probably put the angle of the iPad down some so that you can see, it. And I guess I could have gotten some browns too. I don't know. Still trying to figure this out. Don't think you can learn from me because you can't. I have nothing to teach you. Oh, no. would you not know? I felt that come out of the tube, and I'm like, that behaves like an acrylic paint. And would you not know that that is exactly what this is? An acrylic paint has infiltrated. That is so funny. I just knew right away when that came out, it was not oil paint, because I work so much with acrylic paint. So hang on. I want to grab something, probably just a fresh mason jar. I hate to waste that, you know, and I'm not gonna. So I'm gonna grab it and put it inside of a mason jar so it's not wasted. But that is definitely not what we're looking for. I mean, you can do an underpainting in acrylic if you want, but I'm just looking for a palette knife that's nearby so I don't have to walk off camera, but I cannot find one. So excuse me for a second while I grab one and reorient my time lapse a tiny bit, which it's probably gonna be sad time lapse, but what are you gonna do? So I was talking about moving the iPad, and then I made a mistake here and grabbed the acrylic paint. Actually, I got that off of it pretty dang good. And it's not a lot, but like I won't waste it, because that's waste not, wants not, you know what I mean? So yeah, won't be wasting it. That little bit will go a long way for a little abstract acrylic. So I will save him for a rainy day. And you know, I am short a device today because my husband's not here and I haven't switched out to my new phone. So somehow I'm gonna have to, like, in my brain remember exactly what this looked like, and I don't even know if I can. I may have to look it up on my other phone here, because it'll be on there. Which means if you make a comment, I might miss it. Where was I? I've lost track. Oh, green. Ah. So I need a cool opaque green. Well, it just so happens that I don't have a cool opaque green. All right, so that's another one we're going to add to the list. Boy, we are really short on colors, apparently. William, do you hear me? We are short on colors. It just gives me a reason to go buy some stuff with all your overtime that you're working, which is where he's at. Okay, green. We can make a green, though. It's kind of makes the paint, you know, it'll give like a simple palette effect, which is often what I go for when I'm painting watercolors, which is probably a better live stream for me to do, honestly, because that's what I teach. I paint acrylics a lot. I teach watercolors a lot. I don't do oils very often, and so I'm like way outside my comfort zone. And you can tell I probably should have sat and done a whole run through before I popped myself on a live, because I've gotten so comfortable at live streaming at this point that I'm like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. I'm crazy. All right, I'm making a green and a purple, and we need blue. So, all right, I'm just making sure. So I'm going to put out a good bit of blue, I guess, because I got to make a couple colors with it. I probably need a metal palette knife. I mostly work with plastic ones when I'm working with in acrylics. Cool opaque. Yeah, so if you're having a fun time, hi there. Thank you so much for watching me fumble through my non-dominant hand, basically. So if you're like an artist and you have like a certain medium that you work in, you know, you might consider that your dominant hand. So some people might say I'm a watercolor master. And I plan to start doing live streams with them, but I'm going through this art course, which is supposed to expand my palette. No pun intended, right? And I am struggling. Because it's outside my... I have done a few oil paintings, but that was a long time ago. That was like in my 20s, and I'm almost 50, so, right. And for my 50th birthday, which is coming up on February 9th, if you want to give me a present, it's free and it would mean the world to me. I'm trying to get to 500 followers by the end of February. Not necessarily by my birthday, that's kind of a tall order, but I am trying to get to 50 followers or 500. I have 50 followers. Subscribers, sorry. I'm still kind of, whoops, I'm still kind of new to YouTube. Oh, thank you. I love that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. I really do. You make my whole day. You have no idea how much it means to an artist for you to support them, because the world doesn't take us seriously and they wait for us to prove that we're good before we have to get a real job. If you go watch one of my Just Jenny Lee's, I feel bad because I don't remember which one it is. Oh, I think it's Jack of All Trades, Master of None. Yes, where I talk about the idea that, like, you know, that might have been the one. No, I seen it. Now I can't remember. I talk about the idea that artists aren't taken seriously in society, basically. And you have to prove yourself as an artist. But if you're a plumber or a carpenter, like my husband and I are refinishers. We had a refinishing company for years. And, oh, thank you, Humby. You're so sweet. People get hired and contractors get hired every day who didn't have to really prove themselves. Nowadays you have social media and definitely you can like see someone's work, but social media also highlights the best of the best, okay? And so, you know, as an artist though, that doesn't happen. You have to make your artwork first, and then people want to see, can you do anything with it, and will it be successful? You know, it's a lot of pressure. And I've been an artist for over 30 years now, and it's super nerve-wracking to take my skill set that I've had my whole life and try to jump into another medium with which I am not familiar really at all. So you are along for the ride with me, and if you like my little vibe in my studio, like and subscribe. Yeah, my favorite times in the studio are when my hubby and I do live streaming. He taught me for years all kinds of refinishing work, which really translates well if you're an artist. Like if you're an artist, then you become kind of a master refinisher. And I was so good at helping him do the job that he kept his schedule so busy that he couldn't, we couldn't keep up with the workload. And then I started to get stressed out, and then I was never in the studio anymore and whatever. So, anyways, oh yeah, we're going to mix up colors. Anyways, now we're swapping roles, and he is now learning from me in the studio, as he is, his day job is fixing elevators. Excuse me, I'm just looking for a metal palette knife, and I have them in a jar all together, and I have no idea. I have what is this dinky thing? Oh, there they are. Okay, sorry. I have many art supplies. Oh my gosh, so many. But here's some palette knives and some other tools that I probably should have grabbed anyways, but I wasn't thinking about it because I am still learning how to do this. Oil painting is pretty medium intensive. It's art. I say medium intensive. It's very like material heavy, I feel like. All right, so I want something that will like, this might do it, I guess. There's no chisel tip ones in here. There's plastic ones in here too for some reason. I usually keep them separate. It's kind of a mishmash right there. Toothbrushes are usually watercolor supplies. I don't know. These are kind of like oil painting tools, I guess. Clay tools as oil painting tools. I guess that could be a thing, right? So I need to mix a purple. So I'm gonna do that. I am actually terrified to do this. If y'all are watching, I am legit, did they say low key now? I am terrified. Or does that mean more or less? I don't know. I'm not only a little terrified, I'm a lot of terrified. This doesn't mix as good as the plastic one. Ooh, and it wants to fold. All right, I don't know. I'm not sure if I really approve of that. Actually, here, let me make it so you can see it, what I'm doing. I'm afraid the whatever you want to call it, the tripod's gonna fall over. All right, so let me grab one to like scrape. That works pretty beautifully actually. All right. That does look very purpley though. Oh, was I supposed to put purple there? No. Purple is supposed to be over here. Green is supposed to be here. Oh my word. I told you, I don't know what I'm doing. For my acrylics, I pre-mix all of my paint. For my watercolors, gosh, those are the ones I've been doing the longest. And I'm trying to even explain how I do them. That's harder. Although that's what I teach, so that's embarrassing. I'm using somebody else's method to do this. And I'm barely set up, honestly. I'm still kind of like trying to figure out how I can look at the reference source while I'm trying to paint, or while I'm trying to watch the channel, because y'all leave comments and stuff, and if I don't have another device, then I can't see them. So I don't know. My husband's not here to help me. I appreciate you working though, honey. It's very, very awesome, because now we have to buy like 4 different paint colors, so it's good that you're off working. All right, that is a nice purple though, so I guess I'm going to clean off my palette knives because I need to mix purple for this. See if I can get it closer. I don't know, that might be I'm in a tight squeeze right here. And green for that. Oh, and I have to remember, this is oil paint. I'm going to get all over my face. I am such a messy painter. I really am. That's why I always have an apron on every time I'm in the studio. And oil paints, though, aren't like acrylics. This isn't going to be dry in 2 minutes. It's going to get on my dress or my skirt or whatever. I don't know. We're going to see how I do with this. Listen, I'm a watercolor teacher, not an oil painter. So I am definitely out of my wheelhouse right now. Yeah, I almost want to like switch my live stream to work on my watercolor, because I'm so like nervous right now trying to do this and realizing it on the spot, like that I'm not quite able to do all the stuff I'm trying to do. I need one more device, William, so I got to get my new phone activated. That's my fault. I'm struggling to get my stupid Facebook. Wow, I want to mix the green right here, but if there's red under it, you know what's going to happen, right? It's going to go neutral, and that's no bueno. All right, I need a different rag. This thing is like big and bulky. I'm fond of like t-shirt rags, honestly, which is why they're here waiting for me, because they're more easily manipulated. And I have like this little rickety old table that I got outside the road for free, where I get most of my stuff, like this thing here, this tool chest off the side of the road for free. This cool vintage elevator sign that's like from the 1920s, I didn't get it off the side of the road free. My husband got it free for me from his job. Like, I just get so much free stuff. So this glass plate wasn't free, but I think it was like $1 at the auction. So I love free stuff. All right, so now I've got some of my colors made. I need purple for my worms, and I need green for my cools. Yeah. Whew. No pressure. No pressure for the girl that doesn't paint in oils. My guess is it will take very little blue to do this. And I guess I just want to make sure I clean that off so I don't get it on the... I can see why these rags would be really messy to have hanging around. All right, hopefully that's not too much blue. Ooh, that's not bad. I don't mind that. I don't know, what do you think? Ooh, look at that. It's pretty. All right, so the metal spatulas are definitely better for the oil paint, and the plastic ones work great for the acrylic. So learned that today. If I learn only one new thing a day and I live for 50 years like I have, then I've learned a good amount of stuff, you know? By the way, if you're watching and you like to crochet, or you know someone who does, these really fun earrings that make me think of happier days, like warm days, were designed by Featherly Crafts, who is on YouTube, and you can go check out her account. Featherly Crafts. All right. Now we've got all of the warm, or the cool ones in the back. It's interesting that that's a cool, because it looks really warm to me, but I don't know. I'm just doing what they said in the class I should do. So I'm gonna follow along with the class and see if this class can actually teach me how to paint oils like it claims, you know. And I'm like, well, I'm a watercolor artist, and let me tell you, they're like pretty much complete opposite. But no, I have been guaranteed that I will be able to take my painting game beyond just watercolors and acrylics and into the next century with oil paints. So that's what I'm going for. This feels like it has like glue on it, like glue gun glue. It's like rubbery. It is like glue gun glue. That's weird. I was like, why isn't it pressing flat against the glass? Because it has like some kind of glue on it. I don't know why that is. All right, so now I need to mix the purple for these are the warms. Warms advance, cools recede. Like that's the big thing that you have to remember for this, which I don't even have to really think about much when I'm painting in other colors. Though I think I'll start considering it for my watercolors, because it's nothing I'd ever really heard of. I was just trying to, you know, match up colors as I saw them, which I can do really well. But I like the idea of my paintings having more like a dynamic quality to the colors. So that's kind of what appealed to me about this whole thing. All right, so purple, I need a little bit of red and a little bit of blue. Let's switch out my palette. I'm afraid for my skirt. I can just see that it's gonna get messed up. I normally don't care what I'm wearing in the studio, but now these are messy. Oh my goodness. I feel like I'm painting with butter or mayonnaise or something. It's such a weird consistency. That's how I knew it was like acrylic paint, when I accidentally poured some out onto the palette. It's so different in composition. I'm gonna grab a tiny bit more of that blue, I think. I have more in the jar, and a big, huge jar of it, so. The one thing she said was, don't be stingy with your paint, which I agree with. I think that's a good philosophy. This is a very red-ish purple. Wow, that red travels. It's great. That looks warm. That looks cool. I probably agree with that. The greens, I don't know. I'm not sure about right now, but. Okay. Now the question is, can I find my reference photo? I forgot about that. I know that sounds really stupid, but I didn't print it off, which would have been smart. So I don't know. I may have to log off and go find it and then get back on when I've got myself together. But I knew it was going to take me some time just to set up my palette, because I had to remember how to do it. Because like I said, when I first started this course, my best friend of my whole entire life suddenly passed away, and it really wrecked my world. And even today, when I was like going through the lessons, I was having a hard time not getting choked up and not like remembering how bad it felt when I was in the middle of painting this, and I learned this horrible news via Facebook of all places. So I was struggling, and I felt like a panic attack coming on just trying to sit here. And I was like, no, I am going to overcome this problem. You know, I wanted to learn how to do this. And just because my world sort of felt like it came crashing doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it. All right. That's kind of messy, but it's okay. I did not put out any other neutral or like browns or grays or anything, which I probably want to do. And then I want to like put more blue on that. Yeah, the messiness of the paint is a little bit not great for my OCD, but that's okay. I guess you just have a lot of rags around, you know? I'm just used to sticking things in water, and I guess you don't really want to throw a bunch of paint crap inside of your medium. So again, it's a very like, I am noticing that it's a very materials dense process. So that's a transparent, I said. So I need more of the blue, which is the warm opaque blue. All right. And now I think I will want the titanium white. And will I want any of these other colors? What do I have in here? Oh, got more colors up here. What's this? Bellini red. I wonder if that is a... I found more colors. I don't know what these are. So, Rouge Brilliant. I don't know what that is. Let's take a look, because this could be possibly a after I mixed up the purple already, this could possibly be a cadmium. Oh, I bet it is. If that's the case, then I might just put that out anyways. Oh yeah, that's like a cad red. That's kind of what I needed instead of the transparent. Okay, well, that changes the game for the purple as well then, because I want to stick to the game plan of using the colors they recommend. So I'm not worried about that little bit of oil paint there. I'm worried that I just lost the lid to this. Oh, there it is. So, okay, cool. See, you're helping me get through this. I really appreciate it. I really just wanted to try to set up my palette according to my, what in the world? This cap just broke, literally, as I'm talking to you right now. The cap just literally broke in my, okay. I'll get a Ziploc bag after this. I don't know. It's just not my day today. Let's try this one. See, that's a transparent. I'm starting to get it. The opaques are like lighter. The transparents are like jewel toned. So we have a solid red. That's awesome. That gives us the purple that I need. But I probably need to push out a little bit, or dig out a little bit more of that blue. So this is going to be our... Well, this could be the warm opaque red though. Instead of... Oh, that might not be a warm. Well, you know what? I have to work with what I have. Yeah, that's why I didn't put it in there, because I have no idea whether it's warm or cool. I know it's opaque, but that looks kind of warm actually, and that one looks cooler. All right, let's open this up. I probably shouldn't try the assignment without having everything perfectly ready to go. Oh gosh, I'm not even sure about that. I may need some technical assistance on this one. I bet if we opened it from the bottom and squeezed the paint out into a little jar, but as far as what's going on up there, these are so old that looks like lead actually. So I don't know, that might not be safe to use ever actually. Bellini is a company that was in business, and they were from oh gosh, I'm gonna forget. Yeah, they were made right here in New York State. I didn't want to misspeak, but yeah, they were made right here in New York State. And so yeah, I'm tempted to try to mix this up and see what I get, just cause. cools, recede, warms, advance. See, that's why I think that's a warm. It looks pretty warm to me. This red looks cooler than that one by far. So I don't know. I kind of want to mix up maybe a couple of the purples and just see what I got. Like maybe this with the blue. Like it's highly, highly advised that you don't mix things, but I'm gonna play around and see what I got. I don't want to be like super condemnational, but that definitely looks like a warmer red. So I'm wondering about this one. Like, would this make a decent purple with this blue? I'm just gonna try it and say, oh, I'm sorry, it's not on the camera though. Of course not. Oh, interesting. I can definitely see that is a very warm purple. Interesting. All right. Well, it is what it is. And the only thing I can think to do is put the two of these together and just try to work with it, you know? I'm not even sure how much purple I really need. But it makes me want to open up my phone and order some Amazon stuff right now. If it wasn't so cold out, I would love to like go to the local art store, but I can't even stand it. I can't stand it. Our temperatures have been colder for like weeks than Anchorage, Alaska, and it's ridiculous. I do not approve. All right, I'm not sure about this, but yeah, let's get some weights poured out here. Then I have to see if I can find the picture. Hopefully it's on this device as well. I got cool white, I got neutral. Just go with good old neutral. Oh, come on, man. All right, that's why I use the Nutcracker, because it works better, because there's no like, because it opens up really wide. And it kind of always works. It's my favorite thing. All right, I guess we're gonna stick the white in the middle here. That's the idea. I think that's dangerous to put white in the middle of the no man's land. Okay, now that we have what seems like a good array of color, looks like a decent array of color, and I want to flip this around so that warms are toward me. That's the other rule. Put this on a cloth so it wouldn't be so scrapey, but it's not staying on the cloth either. So I don't know. And let's see now. Forgive me, I have to take 1 second and see if I can find this, because the one thing I didn't think to do was, oh wow, I have a folder in here for certain things like active references. Oh, there's the mallard duck. He's right there. All right, so here's my reference photo. So purple actually does play a role in this, and even like a pink color. I don't know if I have a pink color. I saw one in here. This is a warm, but not very, it says radiant red. I'm going to take a peek at it. Radiant red? It looks very pink. again with the stupid pliers. I should just put those over by the watercolors where I tend to use them. Warm opaque. Oh, look at that. All right, maybe we'll borrow some of that too. It's not as magenta though, so I don't know how I'm gonna get those magenta tones. We're gonna have to see, because I only have so many colors here. Not the transparent, but yeah, like all the cool purple colors. Oh, you know what she said though? She said sometimes you have to go back in with your transparents and give it like a pop of color. So now that I remember that, what I want to do is grab some of these bright purples. Cools recede, warms advance. So I'm going to grab one purple from that's cool and one that's warm. Yeah. And so even though these are kind of transparent, she said, go ahead and go back in. I'm going to put the warm on this side. This is going to be a mess. I can only imagine. All right, let me expand my page again. Whoops, I want to pause it. And I'll be behind. Well, there's nothing you can do about it. Ooh, look at that. All right, this is our warm, transparent purple. I guess I'm just going to put it over here. And then the cool transparent. That might do it for all the colors at this point, I think. Yeah. Oh man, another live little tragedy here. Okay, I have other cool transparent purples. If you don't want to cooperate, that's fine. You don't have to cooperate. Works for me. All right, so here we go. This is oh, for goodness sake. Some of these are decrepit. I mean, seriously. Come on now. Oh, what's this in here? Quinacridone red. That could be a maybe. That could be a maybe. I mean, I've got that in there, but let's just pull that one out too. Ooh, no, I don't think so. No, I really want a purpley color, so I'm going to go for the big magenta that I hope opens for me. It's not the best quality oil paint, but some of it's been donated, some of it I had, some of it we bought some more to supplement, but apparently we're still missing 1, 2, 3, 4 colors right out of the starting gate. Wow. Oh man, without my hubby here, I can't open things that haven't been opened in a long time. And the ones that are like gross, I'm afraid to use. Oh my word. All right, I don't know what that top of the page. You. All right, so I'm gonna go with we need some new cool transparent purples as well. Oh my word. I don't know what is happening when I open them, but stuff's like crumbly stuff. It's not the same color as the paint, so I don't know what it is. I don't like it. So we're gonna, I probably just need to replace all of them, but purple we need. Also cool transparent. Okay. I'm putting together a shopping list. So glad you're working overtime. I hope you are too. All right, so how do I get this open? I don't know what to do. It's the color I need. And it's not that the paint will be yucky in there. It's that the cap is like on really good. And it's the only kind of cap the Nutcracker doesn't really work on. I feel like an idea brewing though. I feel like if I had like, oh, maybe even like a cloth. I don't know. Like one of those rubber things that you use in the kitchen. I mean, if push came to shove, I could open up via the bottom, but I feel bad doing that because then I'll have to squeeze the whole thing into a jar. I don't think, oh, look at that. Maybe? Gosh. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to get injured. I really do. I mean, I'm pretty strong for my size, but when these are on good, there's no getting around it. Oh, look at that. Whoo, it's coming. It's coming. Oh, William, if you were here, you'd be so proud. I'm 5 feet tall and he's 6'4". And he's usually my muscle. Oh, yeah. All right. Victory. I don't know what all that gunky stuff is, but there is sweet, sweet paint inside. All right. Oh, yeah. There we go. Now I have the gamut of color. And I did my exercise for the day. So there is a nice, cool, transparent purple. It's more of a magenta. We still probably need a purple. All right. Now that my brain hurts a little bit from all that energy that I just expended, do I want any, what about any browns? Did I take out any browns at all? Do I have any browns? These are black Portland warm gray. Let's see what this looks like. I'm not even sure I've opened this one up. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to just put a little on there just because. That looks like concrete, like wet concrete, legitimately. Okay, now, but no browns though. I thought I had like some kind of brown. Oh, here we go, in the transparent. So I must have some down here too. This is a warm opaque green. Could have used that, I guess, but what do I have for brown in this little pile of goodness? Yellow ochre. No, it doesn't look like I have any. Doesn't look like I have any real browns. All right. I have to talk to my hubby about that. The closest thing it looks like I have is like a light red. I don't know what that means, but I'm gonna open it and take a peek. Since I'm putting all the colors out there, like, let's just go for it at this point. I'm telling you, the skirt is never gonna last. It's not gonna make it. It's not gonna survive. Usually I paint standing up or with my, like, so standing up at the big easel, paint doesn't get on me. Standing up at the table, paint doesn't get on me. This is going to be dangerous. I'm a stander upper when I paint. So I'm not even sure that this is going to work for me. I almost feel like I need like a tabletop easel, which I do have. It's a French easel. Oh, wow. This isn't going to work either. So I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how I can basically fit both easels. You look at my other videos and reels and stuff, you'll see me working on this giant 4 foot wide by like 30-inch high canvas. And it's on my big heavy duty easel. So I had this backup one, which I bought for a function actually to put like a cardboard sign on. And yeah, so I don't have a big studio. It's like 13 feet by 13 and a half. And I only have so much room. So I'm hoping that changes in the next place, because if it didn't, I would be taking over the room next door and we would be expanding the studio basically. So anyways, brown of every, basically. There's no, okay, I have transparent browns, but I don't have any opaque brown. Not cool or warm. So let's add that to the list. Wow, even just sitting here for this little bit, getting my palette ready and all that has been highly educational. Brown. We need warm and cool. Opaque. as well as the purple. Okay, that list is getting big. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. And the only gray I have is that I can see is that one. I don't trust these Bellini paints. They look like they're made of lead. So I've got like one warm gray. I've got a cool white. Let's take a peek at that. I guess that could go next to this one. It's kind of like a very pale gray, but we could use like a cool gray. Probably use both warm and cool grays, honestly. Oh man, so this is gonna be a little bit of money. What are you gonna do? And some of these are so gross. Like somebody donated me supplies that their father had, and the person is my age, and their father passed away, and gave me some of these paints that aren't even in production anymore. These are Grumbackers, but the Bellinis are not. I mean, I don't know. They say oil paints are good forever, but I feel like there's lead in these or something. I'm not sure they're safe. Not sure they're safe. All right. So that's my palette. I think. I'm hoping. I'm scared. Then I've got my medium out. Now I found this little cool tray because you don't need a lot of it. So I have my 6:1 medium, which is 6 parts. Let me think. Solvent to 1 part linseed oil, something to that effect. Yeah, no, 6. Yeah, that's right, 6 parts. So technical to do all this stuff. Will I even be able to open it? Yes. I feel like this is going to drip on me. I don't know if this is a good idea to work like this. All right, so I'm going to take my little bit here and hopefully, I don't know. I'm going to try. All right, that wasn't bad. Set that there for a second, I guess. Ooh, okay, so when you're working in the transparent, this is a messy, messy medium. Why did I want to learn how to do this? I don't know. I guess after all of my lifetime of doing art, I just wanted to do something different. And now I'm wondering, what in the world was I thinking? Whoops. Trying to make sure that I'm not missing out on somebody's comments. Sometimes they pop up and I can't see them. So I have a backup device. I'm going to go grab, I just don't trust myself. I am terrified that I'm going to get stuff all over me. So even with the apron, it's not good. I'm going to just grab a towel, I guess. Because these are staining and permanent. All right. That's better. I guess I'll be warmer this way too, in the freezing cold. This towel has definitely seen better days. All right, am I ready? Am I ready to try to start this? I'm hoping. I'm gonna just set my reference photo off to the side here so I can see it. I feel like setting with the palette was like an ordeal. Try to pull this forward some so you can see it better, but I can only go so far. There's only so much room in this tiny little corner. Maybe that will be better. I don't know. I at least can fit on the chair. I have somewhere to put my feet, sort of. It's not that comfortable. But then when you think about like some of the conditions that some of the masters were painting in, like, you know, it's hard to complain. I at least have heat and a decent amount of light, which I could even give myself more of if I wanted to. Excuse me for a second. I'm going to do that. Just a little bit. All right. Whew, golly. I feel like I'm ready for a break already. let me get back to my reference photo. It is, all right. So, as I was saying, can start, this is much brighter than this, and this is much more purpley, and that is much more purpley. So what I want to do is like not forget about that. If the background is like good, I don't really have to add to it, but I almost want to do a little bit with it. And now that I have this cool white, it might actually be good for this. So let me grab like a nice soft, I don't know what this is made of, but it's some kind of natural fiber. So I'm going to try this, see how it goes. Oh yeah, that's right, my medium, silly me. Dip my brush in my medium first. I'm not used to doing that. That's very weird to me. I kind of pre-mix. I always have water nearby for my acrylics, but the medium is weird. All right, I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Like I said, I'm not an oil painter. I'm a watercolor teacher and an acrylic aficionado. But I have art education, so there's no reason why I can't take what I know and apply it to a new thing and give myself a gift for my 50th birthday of learning how to paint in acrylics. I mean, in oils. It's because I right now I was kind of wishing I was like working on my acrylic because it's my safe space. I just want to get the background done, and there's not really much in the darks that I need to do. There's just some highlights, and so I'm just going to get some of the white on here, and then I'm going to grab a big fluffy brush, and like just kind of get that and see what I think about it. Because like I said, I don't know. I'm learning. Interesting. Not sure how I feel about this. It goes pretty light right up to his wingtip there, though, and I have it really dark right there. So I want to get it light enough, I guess. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's interesting to see it on the screen because it gives me like an idea of the glint of the water a little bit more. And I'm not like, I'm so not familiar with oil paints that I don't even really know compared to like watercolors or acrylics, like how much I want to have on the brush. It's so different. They're so different. And the brushes are so different too. Like using the dry brush technique. I'm used to doing in watercolors, but it's way different application. But I can see why you'd want to do the background first because it can like lead into what you're going to paint next. Or if I painted that, then I could see how that would be like hidden. So I can see why you would work on the background. That kind of makes sense. I get the rationale behind that. I just want to like wipe some of this off. There we go. I felt like I picked up a lot. Interesting. Now this actually stays like real dark right there. It kind of gets bright out here. All right, I'm done like a little bit around here, kind of. Not bad. A little bit like that, maybe. I do like the effect that you can get by like using the wetter paint with the darker paint over it. It's kind of cool. Might have obscured that area a little bit more than I was wanting to, but that's all right. Interesting. Okay. Don't know how I feel about that, but like a little bit harder edge right there, maybe. Ooh, that got kind of wet. Paint got runny right there. A little bit wet, a little bit wetter than it should have. Interesting. Okay, so I guess I don't hate it. Again, it's just a practice piece, so I just need to like also not be like obsessive with it, you know? It's easy to be looking at it and kind of freaking out at, oh no, it doesn't look exactly the way it's supposed to. So, all right, I guess what I'm going to be working into now is maybe the foreground. Is that the plan? This is kind of weird right here. I don't know what's going on with that. So I almost want to like put these brushes down. I don't really want to like stop using them. So probably would be a good idea to also have like a brush cup. Now this, I wouldn't ever do either for acrylic painting because then the water would like drain down into the ferrule, but I think it's actually a smart idea so that I can save them because it's not going to dry this minute. And if it was acrylic, then it would dry like that. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to switch up my brush. And there's like some areas in the foreground that I think just need some help. And my phone is trying, there we go. Almost looks like a, like a greenish blue in the front. So if cools recede and warms advance, then probably what I should have done before putting the white on there was actually getting some of the darker areas with the cools up there. So that's where we'll start next. I really like these poofy ones. I don't remember what that's called, the mop brush. And then I think these are like filberts. So yeah, I'm gonna maybe get the rest of the dark in this area and then work into the dark in the foreground and then do the white on top of that. I think that was the right order to do it. See, it's very hard for me to remember to do all this stuff because it's backwards a lot of the time from watercolor painting. So grab some of the medium here, I guess. Maybe dip some of it off. I think the last time I got too watery. And I want some bluish green, I feel like, for this. Maybe just like a little bit more of that medium. Ooh, look at that. Okay. And it actually is like, well, I'm going to mix the white, I think, on the canvas. I think. I don't know. It's going to take a good bit of the blue and the green to do this. I'm like afraid to put white in it for some reason. I don't know why that is. I probably don't need to be. And the one cool thing about paint is even if I hate this, I can literally just sand it just to it and start all over again. So I should try to remember that. But I guess what I'm afraid to do is like have the paint be so opaque that I can't recover from this painting. I would like to salvage this painting, which I felt like kind of went on hiatus for a long time. All right. No, that's kind of lighter than I wanted. Dang it. A little bit too light. That's all right. Just mix up more, I guess. That green is so pale. I would almost want like a darker green, I feel like, for the warm, a darker warm green. All right, there we go. That's kind of, there we go. That looks about right. And then it like comes out a little bit like that. And then hard to be observant and painting at the same time, not gonna lie. And it kind of like darkens up along the edge some here. I almost wonder if I can just grab some of this purpley color right here, maybe. Okay, back to my bluish green though. Wow, these rags, this is way unlike a watercolor painting where you're gonna have your rags be good for days. I feel like my rag is gonna be destroyed by the end of the night and I'll need a different one tomorrow. All right, I like this bluish green color that I've created. So I wanna have more of that because I need some like coming down here, I think. And then some like coming up along his butt. And this one kind of comes out like that a little bit. I almost feel like this is too soft for applying this, actually. I have these as well. This is so soft bristled. I almost feel like it's not the right kind of bristle, so I'm going to set that one aside for now and try this one instead. There we go. It's like making a sharper edge. That's perfect. Yay. All right. And then worms like recede, right? So as this goes back, I probably want to like warm it up some. That's what she was talking about. So I'm going to warm it up some with like a little bit of this blue as I come around the back edge of him, because this is supposed to be pretty dark. And I'm doing this live so that I can just force myself to do it and force myself to make like just, you know, good snap judgments and not be precious, because that's really easy for me to do. I just want to be kind of expressive with it. All right. And then around this side of him, this color would be continued around this side of him. Yeah, I said I was going to start with the darks in the back, and then I didn't. So can't really take my word for anything. All right, and then back to the teal area here in the front. It's not quite as teal on this side, interestingly. It's more like that grayish color. So it makes me want to like maybe mix some of this warm gray with it. Oh, I feel like I just lost my music. Uh-oh. I might have to fix that. I don't know about you, but I cannot work without music. It doesn't work for me. It's a little bit more green than I would usually choose. All right, I'm sorry, folks, but I gotta get up and do the music. I can't be without music. It's just not. It's not civilized. I'm not a savage. All right, so we're gonna put that one here for now, and give me a second to go figure out why it turned off. Somehow it timed out, even though I thought we were in a live stream. Oh, there it is. I guess I just needed to wait. Okay. Well, it turned off again one more time, but now it's back on, so I don't know. I don't know what it's doing. It's being weird. It's being weird. Weird. And I'm going to take a sip of water because I'm thirsty. Okay. Back to the duck picture. Where'd my live stream go? There it is. No, I'm not paused. Yeah, I'll skip to live. That's great. Okay. I need to be able to see the picture. Thank you, YouTube. Okay, just a couple of dark areas. This one's actually darker than that one, so really that one's probably good. I don't like this. It's bothering me. The paint isn't like heavy enough for my liking. And it's like crawling. I don't like it. It's supposed to be like glinty water. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what you're getting. I'm trying. Okay, and then that back area is supposed to be darker. It does kind of look like glinty water, but maybe too glinty. So we will see how that works out for me. If I decide to tone that down some, and I might very well, I don't know. The background blue. That's my foreground blue. Let's grab the background blue. Background blue is going to be possibly this color with maybe a little bit of this color in it. That really pops it out of the park there, doesn't it? Let's see. I get to my photos. I don't know why when I go to my photos it takes away my live stream. It's weird. Oh, no. Sorry, it keeps getting me confused, thinking I don't want to look at the live stream when I do. Okay. Yeah, this is just like a little thing that comes in like right here. And it kind of curves around like that. And like, I don't know, I want a little bit of green in there, even though there's purple in there. Maybe not that much. I said a little. I didn't say a lot. I said a little. Just because it's greenish water, I guess. And I don't know, might be able to be feathered into the white. I'm not sure. I was supposed to start with the dark. I forgot, because in watercolors and stuff, you do the opposite. And I did the opposite because I was forgetful. Oops. So I like these fluffy brushes, but occasionally they want to lose a bristle in my work, and I don't like that. I don't like that. Don't do that, fluffy brush. Not sure if I like that. As long as I don't lose this nice edge here. I think this has got to be rough on the bristles too. Interesting. Okay. So there's like supposed to be also some kind of end up hating this painting and never even wanting to show it because I'm so disappointed in it, but that's the way it goes. I can't like everything I do, you know. I think that's part of my problem with my other type of work is I want to like everything I do. I just want to really, really like it, you know, and then I get really precious about it, and it's probably not ideal. I'm trying to give like the illusion of the water rings, you know, so I feel like this is probably like darker than it needs to be as well. And it's kind of in the background, so I want to pull that forward some. It's really like test your skill set for mixing on the spot. See, that's too light, one's too dark. Golly. That blue is so bright. I'm having to like figure out. It's hard. Yeah, I'm realizing with oils, it's tough to have that limited palette. But I definitely want to bring some color into that because it's like so dark, and it's really not quite that in the image. All right, so now once I get away from his body a little bit here, what I want to do is give it a little bit of that more like teal look, I guess, with a little green, a little blue, and a teeny bit of white. A little bit more blue, maybe. Try to get some of those green colors in there. Aquamarine, I guess you might call it. She said this was easy peasy, and I'm gonna say she's lying a little bit. This is not what I would call easy peasy, okay? I think watercolors are easy peasy. I wouldn't call this easy peasy. I'll call this easy peasy if you're used to doing it. And if you're not used to doing it, it might not be quite so easy peasy. I kind of want to get up and look at it. Although looking in the iPad there is definitely helpful, but it's backwards, so. And definitely the white in this has harder edges than the reference photo that I'm showing in this. Definitely, I'm just kind of I'm not really being as extreme with my application of white. But I'm starting to realize that because I started this out of order for this particular layer, that's why it's messing me up. I feel like I'm applying makeup, which I don't know how to do because I don't wear it. All right. I'm starting to see what it's doing a little bit, which is kind of cool. It does feel a lot like applying makeup. And then I've got all these brushes going and I'm getting confused as to which ones are what. All right, so this is the background area. I want to just revamp that a little bit. It's like a give and take. You put some on there, it takes some off. You put some on, it takes some off. I'm going to try to get this side similar to that side, basically, as well. You'll see like my brush thing here next to me. Ooh, good thing I'm headed over there. I just stuck my brush right into my painting. Okay, so Warms recede. So I'm doing the blue combo in the background there. Blue, green, purple. Kind of got a lot going on in this color here, but in the background here. And then it's supposed to get like white up here. So I'm going to just clean those edges up once I go in with the darks. All right. It's hard to get this dark enough. I almost am like lacking. This is very helpful to see what I lack for colors. Because this is like this duck is a brightly colored duck. I kind of went over where I shouldn't have there. Stick some of that back up there, just because why not? Green as I get away from his body, brighten it up a little bit with some white. It's supposed to be real dark right there. I didn't do that really good. And then what is that supposed to be? My phone's in the way right here. Okay, so this is like my transition area. So I'm gonna grab like the middle range there for that, but I want to just kind of blend this in a little bit. All right, there we go. Probably needs to be still brighter. Oh yeah, totally. That I just toned down way more than I needed to. It's supposed to be much brighter. And now my beautiful mop brush is getting stained. It's weird to work this small too. Most of my watercolors are like big 22 by 30 or bigger. That's like the smallest I usually work. Although sometimes I acquiesce to a half sheet, but then like my acrylics are all giant, really big. So all right, those are my cools. This is my medium color. I need to like basically take this color that I made for the back and mix some with the color I made for the front, I guess, and like put them together. That's what she said to do. So that's what I'm doing. And that's gonna like go here, I guess, with maybe a tiny bit of that purple again to give it some depth. Not too much though. Yeah, maybe that was too much. All right, here's my middle one. I'm gonna come in with that and like bring it into that purple so that it kind of blends in better. And then I'll be headed into the foreground basically. All right, I guess I don't hate the background. I don't know that I love it, but I don't hate it. So I'm feeling sort of like a love-hate. No, it's not even that bad. I don't know. It's not bad, I guess. I guess it's all right. I really don't know how to judge my own oil paints, my own oil paintings, because I'm so used to doing the other kinds. All right, so now that I've got this, I kind of like want to just get the two to like merge. Does that have paint? Does that have paint? So it does. So would these be able to like come hang out together and be friends? I think I lost some of the definition of that white though by doing that. I can see why you'd want a whole bunch of these fluffy ones. And why it's really a good idea to paint with a towel in my lap, I guess, because I'm being a slob. All right, so this is my warm brush in the back. This is my cool brush for the front. And this area is supposed to get real dark. So start with a dark, she said, and I didn't do that. So we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna do that in the back. So we're gonna start with the darks. I'm mixing like the mixed up purple that I made with the blue that I have. And this gets like really dark. So I'm just hoping this is dark enough. This canvas is like floppy. I need to hit it with some water, I guess. Oh, that's kind of pretty though, honestly. That's kind of cool. Can't say I hate that so far. So good. Kind of like the bluish jewel tone this has. It's unlikely I will get to the duck tonight because this has been stressful enough as it is. But if I can get the background done, then I'll feel accomplished, I think. A little bit of this purpley, bluey, greenish color, which is kind of a weird idea to combine, but it seems to be working. It's doing the trick. And then as I'm headed back, I guess you want to like pick up a little bit of your cool tones because cools recede. So then you're like not fighting the painting's own values basically to do this, which is a neat idea. Yeah, that canvas is definitely needing a spritz of something. Spritz of attitude. All right, back to the purpley blue of the cool that I'm going to put way up front, and that's like my brain is going to know that's the closest thing to me because it's not only dark, it's warm. I said cool. See, you don't ever have to think about warms and cools when you're painting any other kind of painting, but I could see why this would make a difference. Get that over here. This is like really dark over here as well. All right, and then how does this go? Oh, it pops, that's what it does. All right, so now I just want to darken up that edge a little bit. So I'm going to grab some of this. That's not even quite dark enough, really. I don't like that. I want to take it off. Yeah, there we go. That wasn't working for me. All right, there we go. I like how you can like wipe the paint off though. Like that is not acrylics. You just got to paint over. Watercolors, you can just kiss it goodbye. Basically, there is some paint removal techniques with watercolors that you can do, but. All right, and then for this only has like one little dark thing coming up here, and then the rest is actually supposed to be pretty. Well, this is almost kind of what it is. This is the area that I was like really struggling with. So we'll go for it. We'll go for it with our cool white. try to make sense of it. Interesting. Now it's pretty pale up this way too, but there's like a yellow under there that I didn't put on the first glaze because I didn't really see it there. But there's not much I can do about it now. I just kind of have to go with it. But this is a little bit lighter than it is. I have it not as light as it's supposed to be, so I want to do that too. Kind of comes around like this. I try to keep like the directional lines of the in mind. You're always doing, like, as a refinisher, you always have to like think about directional lines when you're painting. All right, now this area, almost like too dark, really. It almost needs to be like brightened up some so that you can see it. All right, that's not terrible, I guess. That's got like a much harder edge of white though. And now I'm losing my white brush now, which I should probably clean and start over, but I'm not gonna. All right. Oh. Whew. Not sure I love that either. That's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. I can see why my friend who paints on like really sanded canvases prefers them. Because as I'm sitting here looking at the texture pop through, it's like triggering. That's why I paint acrylics with so many layers, because I don't want to see the lines and the textures. Like up here, it's kind of annoying me. I should use the warm gray white for that. Maybe I'll mix a little of the warm gray with my white, and like that can be, oh, interesting. It's not bad. Oh no, it's supposed to be the other way around. Cools. So all right, that's all right. This is gonna be like a really big learning curve for me for some reason. Warms recede, warms advance, cools recede. So I just messed that up by going backwards. All right. Challenging. This is challenging. Boy, oh boy, I really gave myself a challenge to decide to pick up a new medium at this point in my life, but I don't know. You only live once, you know. Then if I don't ever do it, I'm gonna be like, oh man, I always wanted to learn oils, but I never did, you know. And then I'm gonna be annoyed at myself one day. So I thought it would be a good gift to give myself. All right, that one is getting really, really grumpy with the. Oh, if I look in the video though, it looks pretty cool. So I can't say I'm terribly disappointed with it yet at this point. I almost want to bring this back more though. Maybe just a little bit, you know. Paint is like so reactive. It's so interesting. And yet at the same time, not. I don't know how to describe it. It's definitely not watercolors. little ripples and stuff. I'm just trying to add like the illusion of a few of those. Except for that, it's supposed to be kind of white, so go back and do that. Whoops, wrong one. Grab the wrong brush. That's what happens when you got 3 of them in your hands stacked up. Whoops, there went my white spot. That wasn't supposed to happen either. Well, that's also like one thing that I'm noticing is, man, the brushes get dark real fast. So it's super different to be trying to work the light into the dark because it drags everywhere. And then I don't like the dark anymore. And it's like, it feels like it's a constant back and forth. It's very interesting. Kudos to anybody who's an oil painter, because I am not. I just thought it'd be fun to learn something new. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but I thought it'd be fun. For some reason, I don't like that. I almost want like a fresh mop brush to scrub it in with. Like that one. There we go. But doing that, I like lost some of my dark. So my cool darks, I guess I should put down some of these brushes at this point and go back to trying to get a few more of these cool darks back in place. Yeah, it's like it's either too dark or too light, or too dark or too light. It's kind of funny. Yeah, you touch the white and it drags it into the dark. You touch the dark and it drags it into the white. That is a hysterical thing. I may hate doing oils at the end of the day and not want to do them, so I may just end up being a watercolor teacher my whole life, which is fine. But the paintings are tedious, and that was kind of half the appeal of painting in oil, was like, oh, well, you know, it would be fun to be able to, like, right off the cuff make a painting in an afternoon, or, you know, whatever. I'm sure it's not that easy, but this one hasn't been that easy. This one's taken me forever, obviously. Just trying to blend some of these colors and create some of those streaks that I see right here. Whoops. I want to go back to this one. I remember where I kept this color. It's way in the front, so it's hard to mess it up. I just want to like give it a little bit of like variation. So it looks kind of ripply, I guess. And then in here, I'm still like really nervous to be touching it, but I have to, so I put a little bit of paint down on there. And hope for the best. Actually, I don't hate that. That's amazing. Amazing. But I don't hate it completely. It's like a few little spots coming in here that are a little bit. This isn't exactly the way it is in the reference, but I don't really want to worry about it too much. Whew, this background has been an ass kicker, but I think I'm getting there. A little bit of streakiness in the back there. Ooh, all right. Sorry, I've been staring at my reference photo, so I know that my I haven't been looking. If you've left comments, I'm really sorry. Oh, it is nice to see the duck, isn't it? I've been just basically working on the background because it's been a challenge, even just to get back into the swing of things, and I don't have all the colors I really need. But I thought I could at least get the background, give the background some attention. And I was thinking of even like doing another one of these from scratch, because remember, I started this like a long time ago. So it would be cool to just revisit the technique from, you know, a fresh perspective where I'm not also like remembering grieving, because that's tough, you know what I mean? So that doesn't look as, I don't know, what's the word I want? That doesn't have like the level of interest in the brush strokes that I want, and I just want to give it a little bit, just a little, like something like that. That's really enough, including like that too. Whew, alrighty. I know that this background is taking me a lot longer than it probably should have, but I am actually really grateful to be where I'm at on it. So I don't know where my live stream keeps going to. There we go. The only thing that's kind of bugging me, I guess, if I were to like say wrap it up for the night, because I've been on for almost 2 hours, which is enough. This little area needs to be a little, whoops, I just hit the wrong white. I keep doing that. This little area needs to be a little brighter, whiter, whatever you want to say. So I want to just do that real quick. I think it will help to define the piece a little better. Kind of comes up to like here basically. So should almost like line up with the side, kind of, essentially. That's what I think, as my hubby likes to say. Or that's what I feel. That's what I feel. I definitely feel like I could use some more colors, though. That's what I feel. It's been kind of interesting, though, to kind of make it work with what I got. So there's that. And I'm starting to understand why you need like the big moppy ones for the transparent, but like the filberts or whatever for the opaques. I tell you what, you got a lot of brushes going at the same time. That's I don't like how this is like, I want it to like curve like that, like that, like that. All right, there we go. Not sure if I'm in love with it, but again, it needs to be like a harder edged one. That's really what it needs to be. So yeah, it lets you like draw with this hard edge, basically. So, all right, learning about the brushes, learning about the paint, learning how to think backwards, at least for a watercolorist. All right, so if I look at this on the iPad, this part right here, I don't know if I like that either. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of bugs me. It's like it almost wants, even though the reference photo doesn't really show it doing this, I kind of want it to do this. Like it makes more sense to me for some reason. It's better. It's not perfect, but it's better. I guess that could be a little darker up there too, probably. Alrighty, that was a lot of paint on there. I can feel it like weighing down the brush. So I guess I have to go back to the strong-armed filbert here. I like those fluffy brushes, but they start to collapse really quickly under the weight of the opaque paint. And then I need the dark color here to like come out into that. And even that's kind of collapsing under the weight of the paint. So that's interesting. These have to be reevaluated for which brushes I'm using when. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I'm trying to give myself just a couple more minutes before I change it up and do something different, because honestly I can only sit on this chair for so long before it starts to really hurt my butt anyways. So if my husband was here, he would tell me, okay, it's good, you can stop or whatever. But when he's not here, then I don't know. I don't always know when to stop. Oh, that last little whoop maybe did more than I wanted it to. You drag the paint everywhere. That's what's so fascinating about this, is the paint gets dragged all over the place. Oh, I tell you, I'm tired if I'm nothing else. This was a workout. And I definitely am intrigued at the notion that the hog hair brushes kind of understand the heavy paint better than the fluffy brushes. So I'm gonna have to learn how to go back and forth between the two of them, I guess. This little spot is still kind of annoying me. I don't know why. It just is. I can't seem to make it maybe it just needs to be real dark. I don't know. It could be. Purple actually works pretty well for that. There's supposed to be a real dark ridge along here. Oh, thank you for the likes. Oh, yeah. Awesome. An hour before you clean up? Oh my gosh, it's 8 o'clock. How are you going to make it to work tomorrow? I always get worried when you work all this crazy overtime. It's crazy. Makes me nervous. I'm sure you're good though. You always are. I like those colors coming out. Aren't those pretty? All right. Oh boy. I might need to take 5 after this. Take 5 and do some line work. This is tiring. Color theory is hard work. Okay, I think it would be a good idea, maybe, to just take a step back and just see what I got going on. Get some of this paint out of this brush because they're going to get washed. I'm afraid not to wash them. Last time I didn't wash them, they got ruined. So, whew, I'm going to stand up and just take a look at this. That's not bad, actually. I think I can kind of get the idea of the warm colors. I don't know what that is. Advancing, there's crap on the canvas. It's always lovely. Something. Anyways, as I'm trying to say, warm colors coming forward and cools like receding. I take the look. I think it's looking good. All right, well, I think that's what I'm going to do for tonight because this has been 2 hours. That's the background, and like I said, this painting's been a long time in the works. I'm normally an acrylic artist and a watercolor teacher, and I thought that it would be just really fun. I'm not sure why, but I thought it would be fun for my birthday. I need a little brush here because there's like a hair, to teach myself a new skill. And yeah, it's a challenge, that's for sure. But I'm so far enjoying it, and hopefully tomorrow I will get back into working on the actual duck himself and just getting him more fleshed out, getting some of the bright, vivid purples and more of the blues and the greens into the feathers. So if you were with me for any of this, I really appreciate you. It means a lot if you just hang out and support by just even watching it. But if you liked what you saw and you are enjoying watching me struggle to learn a new medium, then definitely subscribe and you'll get notified in my next live stream, which isn't always this. It's sometimes my hubby and I working on a painting or doing paintings together or something like that. So, but this is what I plan to be working on tomorrow. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Have a great night, and I will catch you in the next live stream. If it lets me turn it off.